Welcome back to Science and Supermarket. I'm your host, and today we're diving into how to select the best juicy watermelon. Did you know choosing the perfect watermelon involves understanding plant biology, acoustics, and bee behavior? Let's break down the science behind those sweet, juicy melons, so next time you go to the supermarket, it's easier to pick a juicy melon. Check for the yellow spot, the field spot chemistry. First up, the field spot, scientifically called the ground spot. Here's the mind-blowing part. This creamy yellow patch is where chlorophyll production stopped because sunlight couldn't reach it. As the watermelon ripens, enzymes break down chlorophyll and increase sugar concentration through a process called saccharification. The optimal field spot should be creamy yellow to orange. This indicates the fruit accumulated 6 to 12% sugar content. Compare that to a white spot, which means the melon was harvested before reaching even 4% sugar content. That's the difference between candy sweet and cardboard bland. The second thing to check for is the pollination patterns and sugar distribution. Extensive webbing on a watermelon, those brown, rough patches, is a good sign. It indicates the melon was heavily pollinated by bees, which often leads to a sweeter, more flavorful fruit, according to some experts. This webbing, also called sugar scars, forms where bees touch the blossom during pollination. Now, here's where it gets really cool. That webbing you see? It's called bee scarring, and it's actually a sign of successful cross-pollination. When bees visit watermelon flowers, they trigger the release of auxin hormones that increase fruit sugar production by up to 15%. But here's the kicker. Recent agricultural studies show that watermelons with extensive webbing have 23% higher lycopene content. That's the antioxidant that gives them their red color and provides anti-inflammatory benefits. So you're not just getting sweetness, you're getting a nutritional powerhouse. The third thing to check for is acoustic analysis and internal structure. Time for some acoustic science. When you knock a watermelon, you're performing a non-destructive test used in food laboratories. A perfectly ripe watermelon produces a deep thump at 200 to 300 Hz frequency because its internal cell walls have the ideal balance of firmness and water content. Here's the fascinating part. Overripe melons sound dull because their cell walls are breaking down, while underripe ones sound high-pitched because they're too dense. Food scientists actually use ultrasonic testing in commercial facilities to determine this. We're just using our ears to do the same thing. The fourth thing to check for is skin chemistry and ripeness indicators. Let's talk about that dull skin finish. This is pure biochemistry in action. Unripe watermelons have a natural waxy coating called epicuticular wax that gives them that glossy appearance. As the fruit ripens, enzymes break down this wax layer, creating a matte finish. But here's what's really incredible. This process also coincides with the conversion of starches to sugars through amylase enzyme activity. So when you see that dull skin, you're literally looking at the result of thousands of biochemical reactions that have transformed the fruit into a sugar-concentrated treat. Check also for the belly buttons. When it is brown, then that's a sweet watermelon. But if it is still green, don't select it. Always go for the brown belly button. Watermelons are 92% water, but that remaining 8% contains over 150 different volatile compounds that create their unique flavor profile. And get this, the L-citrulline in watermelon can actually improve blood flow and reduce muscle soreness. It's like nature's sports drink. So there you have it, the science behind perfect watermelon selection. Golden field spot equals optimal sugar concentration through chlorophyll breakdown. Heavy webbing equals successful pollination leading to higher antioxidant content. Deep hollow sound equals ideal cellular structure at 200 to 300 Hz. Dull skin equals enzymatic breakdown indicating peak ripeness. You're not just shopping, you're conducting food science experiments. If you loved learning the science behind your groceries, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Next week, we're diving into the chemistry of perfect orange selection and why the squeeze test is actually measuring cellular turgor pressure. Drop a comment below. What food science mystery should we solve next? And remember, when you're armed with knowledge, every trip to the supermarket becomes a scientific adventure.